How y'all doing today? Sheet Metal Stud here, bringing you another video. Just wanted to let you folks get to know me a little bit. Wanted to talk life, business, you name it. So I'm a sheet metal contractor. I hold 2 licenses in the state of California, a prefabricated equipment license and a sheet metal fabrication license. I can essentially build anything out of sheet metal. I can weld, I can use light gauge steel or whatnot. Pretty much my limitations would be building a structural building out of steel. Something like a big metal building with massive steel I-beams and stuff. That would not be up in my knowledge base, really. So just sheet metal, gutter, sheet metal, chimney pipe, gas stoves, wood stoves, pretty much any single thing out of lighter gauge steel. I mean, we'll work up to 3/16, which is really heavy. I came on board on my sheet metal company about 3 years ago, and we've experienced pretty massive growth. The reason I'm telling you folks this is by no means to brag at all. It's just to show you that through growth like that, there's a lot of trial and tribulation, a lot of hardship, stress, anxiety, fear, the unknown. Let me just show you on a piece of paper. Year 1, we grossed about $50,000. Year 2, we grossed to roughly $150,000. Year 3, we did just shy of $500K, $500,000. 10 times what we did year 1, 2 years prior. This next year, we're going to be right on point for about $1 million. That's insane to me. 3 years ago, we were at 50K. Now we're toying with $1 million. You know, when I was a kid, $1 million seemed like a lot of money. I remember literally saying to my father when I was a kid, "Hey, Dad, what can you do with $1 million? Would you never have to work again?" And I think he probably laughed a little bit and said, I don't know. I'm about to gross $1 million and I feel broke. And it's not that I'm not proud, but it's like I get so caught up in the grind that I'm not even able to think about $1 million or how much profit I'm pulling from that. I mean, we're growing at an incredibly rapid pace. Last year, on almost 500 gross revenue, we lost 40 grand. So literally, we showed 0 profit and we actually lost 40K. Now you might ask, how do you lose 40K? Well, the reason we lost 40K is because we've been growing explosively. New vehicles for the business, we bought a seamless gutter machine, welders, generators, you name it. Every single dime we get, we're giving back into the business. And we also have built up our inventory pretty significantly when it comes to things like chimney pipe or gutter, just sheet metal in general, wood stoves, gas stoves. We're sitting on a lot of inventory. I mean, we're probably sitting on 10 to 15 stoves at the shop right now. They cost us on average of $2,000 a piece. Do the math. 10 of them is 20 grand. I mean, the money adds up. So 40K loss, I mean, I could look at the shelves and see 40K sitting there. So I mean, I feel like that's a win, to be quite honest with you. When my bookkeeper told me we lost 40 grand, I actually felt good. I would not have believed that were possible, because I feel like we're winning, we're growing, even though the paper said we lost 40,000 profit, but we grossed almost 500K. The previous years we hit almost 30% profit margin. My competition hits just shy of 30%, so I know that's very doable number. So you got to expect, I mean, once we get around $1 million bucks, I'd say conservatively we're going to be profiting $200,000. That's a nice little penny. But we're not there yet. We're losing money. You know, it's fascinating. We went from me and my business partner to we have 7 employees right now. That's a lot of juggling. My payroll is $20,000 to $25,000 a month. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. We turned out almost 300 jobs last year. I know I'm blabbing a little bit, but I want you folks to get to know me. I'm trying to turn these videos out because I want to share my knowledge. I want you folks to know me and get to know me and know about the sheet metal trade and about business in general. You know, I haven't worked for another person since I was 23 years old. I'm 35. That's 12 years of knowledge that I've acquired of how to survive without ever being told what to do. It's a lot of success and a lot of failures, that's for sure. But you keep getting back up and you keep going. So here's another little piece of paper I drew. Seems quite simple, right? I drew an arrow going up, one right down the middle, and one going down. Growth or progress, that is what every single business is after. I don't think that the middle arrow is even achievable. I don't think that that is even possible. If you wanted to say, hey, we're going to stay at the same level, I think that you would be declining. There's no slight chance, because inevitably your competition is always growing. They're always trying to outsmart you. You got to stay one step ahead, folks. So the only option is growth and progress. With growth and progress, you're stepping into territory you've never been in before. For instance, hiring my first employee, I was terrified. That might sound trivial to you. I'm not afraid to go hungry at all. I've done it many times, and I'm okay. I'm afraid to have one of my employees or one of the people I take under my wing go hungry. That is a major fear of mine, and I'm just not willing to allow that to happen. So that was scary as hell. My first employee came on board. It was a decent pill to swallow. And next thing you know, you adapt. And it's almost like you climbed that rung of the ladder and you're ready for the next one. Like I said, we have 7 now, including me and my partner. That's 5 other people, from bookkeeper, secretary, and then a couple guys in the field that are installing. Actually, my guys are on a roof doing gutter as we speak. It's a beautiful thing, being able to kind of multitask, so to speak. Let me show you this again. Growth or decline. Growth, progress, or decline. There is no option. No other option. So right now, what am I doing, folks? I feel like we're at that rung of the ladder where we're getting comfortable. And it's now the time that I need to talk to my partner about making another growth decision. I think we need to buy a roofing panel machine and kick out our own metal roofs. We were scared to buy the gutter machine, and the thing paid for itself the first month. The gutter machine costs us just shy of $15,000. A roofing machine is $120,000. I've been told many times there's no difference between $10,000 and $100,000, just one more zero. And I know it's true. So we just got to bite the bullet. I've already talked to a bunch of other contractors that already told me they'd use me for their metal roof if I had a machine that could build it. So that's where we're at now. Please share comments, questions, anything you may have. I'm going to show you folks on how to build things out of sheet metal, but I'm also here to talk business. And I firmly believe, I don't care if I'm picking up dog poop, selling t-shirts, if I own a bar, if I own a restaurant, if I'm a contractor in the construction business, they are all the exact same thing. You're just offering different products and services. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. Leaving me any questions you may have. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. Sheet Metal Stud.